What's up, guys? Good morning. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So I wanted to actually give you my top 5 tips for booking hostels. Now, maybe some of you have traveled, maybe some of you haven't. Yes, I'm in the closet because it's the only place I could seem to set my laptop to be able to get a view of myself, except for on the bed, which is going to be like way up in the air. But it's going to work out, and it's probably the quietest place that I've found in the entire hostel. So first of all, don't book more than 2 days before you go, before you arrive, and especially if you've never been there. If you've been there, sure. If you know the vibe, if you know everything, if you know the people, you know the area, you know the location, accommodations, and stuff like that, go ahead and book as long as you want. But if you have not been there, it's really important that you know the accommodations could be different than what you're seeing on the internet. The vibe could be different than what you're seeing on the internet. Maybe they got a bunch of people chilling or whatever just for a group photo for the website. So please make sure, because you may get there and you might be 10 miles away from anything, literally anything, and this has happened to me multiple times. That's why now, as a good general rule of thumb, if I don't do tons and tons of research to make sure that area is for me and that hostel is for me, I will only book like 2 days and that's it. So this one specifically, I booked a week because I knew where it was at, centrally located. I did lots of research to make sure I was picking the right place. Although, when I got here, it was not exactly what I expected. I'll be completely honest. Not necessarily bad things, but things, because human elements and stuff like that, you can't tell by looking at a hostel. Now, I will say I went ahead and extended, so it wasn't too bad. The next thing is, if you want to extend, like I just said, talk to the person in charge, because you might get a better rate, or you might get the same rate for a better room. So a lot of the times, if you book for 2 days and you end up saying, you know what, this place is pretty chill, I'm going to go ahead and extend it out to a week or 2 weeks or whatever. Go ahead and talk to whoever's in charge, whether it's the owner, the manager, or anything like that. I will say, with bigger chains like Selena Resorts and stuff like that, you're probably not going to get a better price. It might actually be more. But some small, centrally located ones, or individually owned hostels, you may get a little bit better price. I'm not going to talk about if I got a better price or not, but who knows. The number 3 is find it on the map to see if transport, stores, and anything you want to do are extremely close. So it might say 1.8 kilometers from the city center. Well, 1.8 kilometers from the city center, whatever that is in miles, could be pretty far. And it could be to the city center, what they consider the city center, and that could still be another 3 kilometers to an actual store or grocery store or anything like that. You might end up spending way too much money on cab rides to get you to the grocery store, or to get you to a bus stop or a train station or something like that. So make sure you're actually located in a good spot. You might actually pay a little bit more to be in a good location, but you'll actually save money because you won't have to spend money to go out to all the transports. I did a famous fail actually in Ireland. I thought it would be a good idea to stay near the airport. It was literally in the parking lot of the airport. About 3-mile walk, it was a gas station. About a 15-mile journey on a bus that cost $16 one way was the grocery store. It was a budget killer. So please make sure you at least do some research to find out where you're located. Number 4, read the reviews carefully. Okay? Reviews, like with anything, you can't please everybody. Okay, you have to remember, in customer service or hospitality or something like that, you're going to get people that are pissed off. You're going to get people that actually don't know how to travel. You're going to get people that are in a posh $3 million home and they come to a hostel and they literally hate it. They can't stand it. They can't stand that they have to be in a room with 6 people. Somebody's snoring, blah, 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 blah. So read them carefully. Read them realistically. So if 9 out of the 10 people say it's cool, it's chill, the vibe's good, the location's great and everything, probably great. If you have 2 people that are complaining and just going on and on and on, chances are they're probably just complainers. So read them carefully and make your own best judgment. Number 5. This actually happened to me recently, not with a hostel, but a hotel in the United States. Read the fine print. I actually got to a hotel and they wanted like $100 deposit. I didn't have $100 deposit. I thought that was kind of astronomical. That was kind of crazy. I did not read the fine print, and it was literally the first time it had ever happened to me. But you need to read the fine print for a couple different reasons. Do they have lockers? Do you have a place where you can safely put your bag? Some places don't, and they just want you to slide your bag under the bed or something like that. Is that an option for you? Is that okay with you? Do you really want to carry your expensive electronics around with you all throughout the city? Is that safe? Is it not safe? Is it okay? Is it bad? So make sure you make that judgment yourself. Can you have guests? A lot of hostels can't, but a lot of hostels can. Now, I know Selena Resorts and stuff like that, they welcome the public. They welcome the public to come in and kind of chill and have a vibe and party and stuff, and like that's cool. But a lot of hostels don't. Like the one I'm specifically in right now locks the door, and they make sure after everybody leaves, they lock the door. If somebody comes in, they lock the door. And they have to come physically unlock the door, and they will not allow guests in. And a lot of people do that for safety. A lot of people want that type of environment. A lot of people don't. So please be very aware of what you're signing up for. Do they lock up at 9 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 p.m., 1 a.m., whatever? You have to make sure that you know the operating hours of when the hostel's closed. If you're out drinking and partying and then you come back to the hostel and they're literally locked up, they're not going to let you in. And if they do, they're going to be pissed about it. There might not even be anybody on grounds to let you in. I have literally slept out in front of a hostel because of that exact situation, and there's no way to get in. So be aware. And at minimum, even if you don't check before you go, check once you get there. Hey, what time do I need to be back? Maybe you can pull an all-nighter and come back the next morning or something. Don't put yourself in a bad situation, especially if you're not in the greatest neighborhood. You don't want to be sleeping outside. Next thing is, and this is also happened to me, can you check in at 2 o'clock in the morning? You're traveling, you're backpacking, the bus breaks down, something happens or whatever, and you end up showing up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Can you check in at that time if you came in late? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of places don't. They have check-in times. It's a certain time after the afternoon. Usually it's like 2 to 3 in the afternoon till like 10 o'clock at night or something like that. So be aware of the check-in times, check-out times, because it's really important that you don't play with that type of stuff. You could literally get yourself in a bad situation. If you're sitting outside with 2 giant bags, you're going to be pissed. It's going to be frustrating. You guys, that's my top 5 tips for picking hostels and staying at hostels and booking hostels. If you have any other questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. I've stayed at, I would say, literally probably hundreds of hostels now, so I have lots of information. If you ever have questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll do my best. I'll also put some links in the description below for some things that I think you should probably pick up on any travel, like a backpack, power converter, power pack for your cell phone, maybe some extra cords and stuff like that, and just some random goodies. You guys have a beautiful day. Travel because you're not dead yet, and have a beautiful day. Peace. Oh, go check us out on our Facebook group. It's called World Travelers. I'll also link that up in the description below. Peace.